All right. Let's talk about DaniLeigh. All right. Miss Danny, I don't know if it's Lee or Lay. Okay, because when I see how it's spelled, I think of sleigh, like sleigh bell rings, but then I also think of, Lee. Like some people name themselves Lee like that. But anyway, girl, Miss Danny L. I don't want to say that because that's what she was catching last season. So we're gonna change that. I'm not gonna say that. Just Danny. We'll say Danny. We'll remove the L. But anyway, Miss Danny sat down and she did an interview with Angie Martinez, right? I like when Angie do her interview. I don't know, her interviews be so calm. It don't matter if it don't matter what set she on. She be and I feel like a lot of people feel more comfortable with her when they do their interviews and they open up and stuff. So I like Angie Martinez in the interviews. Whether she's in the studio or she had this other set where she was sitting out or whatnot. So it was cute. Miss Danny got on. She did her interview. She did a lot of talking. She talked about her experience, is what she said, with DaBaby. Okay. She talked about the incident that took place last year that fully embarrassed her internationally. Okay. That was an embarrassment felt around the world and probably the universe. Okay. So she talked about that, how it was triggering for her, how she felt in that moment. She had to go back and learn a lot of things about herself. She also addressed the yellow bone comment and how she apologizes for that and said that she didn't know then, but she knows now that it was wrong. She always thought that the term yellow bone was cool. And I think, yes, the term may be fine because we do hear it a lot amongst, for me, let me speak for myself. I don't know how she heard it in her community. For the black folks, me, when I was coming up, it was the lighter skinned girls, right? That were called yellow bone or whatnot. But the reason you got the backlash was not so much as the term yellow bone or whatnot. It was the context in which you used it. Okay. And you were using it to put down other individuals. So that's the problem. And that's why you got dragged, because you're out here, you were singing as though you were better. And we understand that it was a shot. You were trying to get back at Mimi. Right. But, it's interesting how we say things and they just don't age well, because by the end of the year, because you did that at the top of the year. And at the end of the year, DaBaby and Mimi made sure they had you on your ass. And it was terrible. It was terrible to witness. And it was quick to see that yellow bone technically is not what he wants. What he wants is to be free and to do whatever it is that he wants to do with lack of accountability. That's what he wants. He wants to be able to he wants to run amok in the palace without issue. Okay. He wants to be the one causing the issues, but want no issues being brought to him. Okay. So you gotta be careful how you put that stuff out there, girl, because embarrassment is real. And I can imagine what her mental state was, because y'all know she had that baby. And then 2 months later, I think it was, this incident happened. A lot of women go through postpartum once they give birth to their child. Right. And she 2 months shy of giving birth to that baby. And then she got this going on. And she's probably still in that state at this time. The baby only a few months old. So he thoroughly embarrassed her. So she talked about that and talked about how she's trying to put certain things into her music now. She has a song out talking. It was giving Summer Walker vibes. For me, I feel like the verdict is still out for Danny. We just gonna see. I'm just gonna watch her and see how she move. I'm not interested or running to jump and listen to her music. But we gonna see. People make mistakes. Some people don't make mistakes. Okay, people just make these actions and think their actions are okay, and then eventually they learn from it, right? So I feel like she's at that learning space. Okay, learning that, girl, what you did was out of line. Even when you came and you gave the apology about the yellow bone, it wasn't sincere. You was just trying to save your ass. And I feel like she kind of mentioned that in the interview by saying that she thought she was about to lose everything. Okay. And I think when she said everything, I meant endorsements or whatever else she had going on. So that's why she came out. But in time, she was able to see, like, yo, I messed up. And I wonder, like, I think that it was more so after being thoroughly embarrassed. And who were the women that were reaching out to her? It was some of these dark-skinned women reaching out to her, checking on her even after she did this whole, okay? She did all of that. And then you got these black women reaching out, checking up on you, you know what I'm saying? Making sure you straight after you suffered the full on embarrassment from this black man. that you thought he had wanted you because you was yellow bone. But anyway, now you know that that's not enough, and that doesn't matter as much. What else happened? I mean, it was a cute interview. Of course, she adores her daughter. She's learning a lot. She said that she didn't have much of a purpose before, but now her daughter is giving her, well, she felt like she had a purpose, but it hits different once you have a child. Now she has more of a reason to go harder because she knows she's not just doing it for herself. Right? She says that she still lets him get the daughter. Co-parenting has been interesting for her. She said that usually she'll cut a dude off real quick and don't have to interact with him at all. But this time it's not that simple because they have a child together, so they have to be in communication with each other. But she says she lets him get his daughter and stuff. And if he says that she don't, I can't say I agree with him 100% on that. I mean, maybe sometimes it's like that, but I have thoroughly, since this incident happened, have seen DaBaby with this little girl and him posting her and stuff. He just posted something, last week, of the daughter of his oldest daughter feeding her. So we're going to get to his video in a second. But, yeah, so it was an interesting interview. She also made sure that it was very clear that they were a couple. They were together. They were not in no situationship. They weren't friends with benefits. It was none of that. She said he definitely knew exactly what it was. Okay, he knew exactly what it was. He knew they was together and stuff. She said they broke up so much though, and I said, broke up so much. I guess like maybe y'all was together the first time or maybe the first two, and then after that break up. Maybe he didn't see you as his girlfriend and you just went along and thought that you was his girl. I don't know, because some part of me, I mean, I feel like he ain't lie 100% on that, but I feel like she didn't lie either. I think that they probably were something at some point in the 2-3 year span that they were together. But I think with all this breakup, she said we would break up a lot. It was a lot. I'm like, okay, girl, then at some point, he just saw you as one of them girls. He didn't see you as his girlfriend. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. But she did have a lot. Well, I can't say. I was going to say that she had a lot of images, right? She had a lot of video of them together, the celebrations he's done for her. And that was another thing. Because I think she said he flew out, her and her family or something, or he did something for her birthday. And I'm like, now you don't do that for no random girl now. Some girl that you just see is that type of girl. At least I want to believe. I don't know, because people be doing all kind of things for their side chicks. You feel what I'm saying? Girl, they'll pay a whole rent and everything. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what was going on. But that's just what Miss Girl said, okay? That's just what she said. I still stand by what I think. I think it was a little bit of both. She was a girl at one point and then became the side chick unbeknownst to her. Like, just the girl he messing with. Because one thing about Mimi said in an interview years ago, that's gonna always be my baby. Like, it don't matter who we with. Like, that's gonna always be that's me. So yikes. Okay. Now, when Miss Danny came out and did this interview or whatnot, Miss Mimi decided, okay, this is the baby mama to Mr. DaBaby, right? She decided to come out and put some things up on her social media page. And this is what Miss Girl had to say. All right. She says, side chick tried to turn main chick while throwing rocks and hiding your hand. And now looking for sympathy from the world. F out of here. My silence done saved a lot of face. Keep going. She says, I feel how y'all want to feel, but ain't what she said, feel how y'all want to feel, but ain't another person gonna holler about holding Mimi accountable. I be quiet, but y'all still find some way to tear down my character. Ain't never been bitter or mad. And and the funny thing is, I was being attacked for a year and some change, but ain't never looked to play victim. Okay. She also goes on to say this. I sat my arse back and let everything unfold. Karma just a BIT, but we already knew that. And side note, anytime I ever said something to a it's because they came for me first. Okay. So y'all know one thing about Mimi, she gonna jump in. One thing about Mimi, she gonna get her piece. One thing about Mimi, she gonna jump in. I already said that. If y'all did not see the Walmart clip, did Mimi not jump in? Pregnant with that baby? She didn't necessarily jump in like swing, I don't think, but she was in it. So one thing about Mimi gonna get into okay, we got some action. Okay. Mimi's gonna get into some things. All right. Thank you so much, Ashley, for the super chat. DaBaby has always said he was single, even with Mimi. And there's that on that. And Mimi don't care. Yikes. It's giving DaniLeigh. It's giving Danny. I don't know why y'all don't be hearing. I don't know why women don't be hearing these men when they talk. When they say they don't want something. Just be going along like you finna change his mind. Ma'am, the mind has been made. The mind has been made. Okay? And they definitely give you those disclaimers because one, that's how they feel. And two, they're trying to see how far you really finna take it because they only gonna go as far as you're gonna let them go. Right? So, well, good luck. Okay. Now, once this came out, Miss Danny did her interview. You had Mimi turn around and give her thoughts. Then DaBaby comes. Okay. DaBaby comes, and this is what he had to say. Y'all check this out.
I was gonna respond a different way, but I gathered myself and I decided to respond this way. First of all, I feel like you waited too late. I told you back in December you should capitalize off the situation, so I feel like that's a bad move. I also feel like it's a green move for your label to have you do drop the interview the same time you dropping a new song. I feel like y'all kind of showing y'all hand. I feel like y'all should have put that together better. I also feel like, before we got on your brother ass, you were just at the London with me that whole week getting busy. And I also feel like you should tell them folks the real reason why I put you out is because you was stalking my other baby mama and that shit was affecting, my relationship with my princess, my big girl. And that's why I had to make the adjustments, back in November. I'm grown, I'm an adult, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't gotta coexist with nobody who too toxic for me and who don't serve me well, you know what I'm saying? So I owe the world no explanation for that. But even, when I could have cleared my name, I took the high road, and I ain't tripping about that. I'm proud of that. Because I could have smashed on all that, but that would have, that would have left Shorty, and I ain't with that. I don't want Shorty broken. I just didn't want you around me no more, you know what I'm saying? And just like today, I was gonna have another birthday party for my princess. You done got on the line playing. Just like before, you affected my relationship, with my other children, because now you see you causing stuff over here. You need to just stay over there where you at. You see what I'm saying? But sell your records, do your thing. And there's a whole lot more I could say, but I'm not gonna say none of it at all. It's all good. I just want to get on here and just speak my piece. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking my piece all year. I'm speaking my piece all 2022. See what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna go get back on set and get back to work. I call my baby in a minute. Hopefully you let me talk to her. So nigga.
All right. So you guys just heard what DaBaby had to say. Okay. Not Danny stalking Mimi. Oh, wow. That's crazy. And this is messy, actually. This is messy. This is a very messy. I feel like it's going to be messy for a minute, though. Until DaniLeigh gets, well, I'm lying. I was going to say until DaniLeigh gets to a place where she can heal. But I truly feel like it's going to continue to be messed because I feel like the moment she does heal and she finds her somebody, he's giving me future. As soon as she moves on and she probably finds her a decent person. If she truly learns what she needs to learn in this moment. He gonna show his, okay? He gonna show his, like he been showing it. I don't know what it's gonna take to grow or learn, but hopefully he does soon. So there's that. Let me see what you guys are over here saying in the comments before we move on. Okay. He's strategic and law savvy. Had the police put Danny out and had a video not showing the gaslighting, he's way ahead of folks, but it will catch up to him. Okay. Because he didn't care when he was messing with her, but now that they're not together, he wants to address how she was. Yeah. Now he want to do it. I guess now that is making him look bad or whatever. And it's like, I don't want to hear nothing about how she was, because you was okay with dealing with her how she was on the low haul. For real, because nobody really knew that they were together. Like she hid the relationship for the most part. She also damn near hid her pregnancy, to be honest. You know, I don't really want to hear nothing about how she was, because you continue to deal, tolerate, and play with her and be with her and now have a child by her. Cut it out. I don't believe him. If that was the case, he wouldn't have spared her feelings at all. He called her aside on the internet, made a mockery of Miss Girl, made fun of Miss Girl, laughed in her face. I felt so bad for her when she says, I was a side chick or something like that. She asked him, like, oh, really, Jonathan, or whatever she called him. And it was just that whole little interaction in the living room area. I was like, oh, girl, like this. And let me say, don't let a NIGGA have to tell you more than one time. Don't let no man have to tell you more than one time to get the hell on. Okay? He embarrassed her down to the social media. And then kept asking, why was she still there? That girl went through a lot, child. Right. Imagine DaBaby calling you toxic and giving PR advice. Then gonna tell this girl with the embarrassment she should have capitalized off of the situation. And I feel like he will somehow turn and flip this response into, I actually was trying to help you capitalize by even responding to the video to give more eyes and attention on you and your new project. Ooh, stalking someone who wears her clothes after she left. Come on now, DaBaby a narcissist. Why are you telling us you still have sex with her? Yeah, and I'll be honest. Some part of me thinks him and Danny probably still whatever. She probably just understand more of what it is now. I don't know. I just was thinking that in the interview, because when I was watching the interview, I was like, yo, she loves that man. Like, I said she really loved that man, but I could tell in her face that she's still navigating through those feelings, because to this day, she still loves him. She's just working on her healing. You know how some people be, okay, maybe some people take breakups harder than others. Some people can be over it within 3 months. Some people 6. You know what I'm saying? I think she's still in that working on this space. And some part of me feel like she probably was even very hopeful, even after the incident, that they probably would get back together or something. Because she did say that in the interview. She was like, I mean, who knows? Like, had it not even gone viral or anything like that, who's to say that I wouldn't still be with him now? You would. Like, I'm to say, ma'am, I'm to say, me. You would. Come on, Mia Thornton. You did. You would still be with him because of what you've already endured with him so far, and you were willing to still continue to hang on. And then after women have children by these men, these disrespectful ones especially, they feel the need to hang on and fight for it even more, because now you got a different type of point to prove, because you got this baby and you want this family. So yeah, girl, this right here is messy. She should think about the embarrassment every time she thinks of going back. She need to watch that video every time she think about going back. Girl, if you thinking about it is not enough, go watch that video. Because she did also say, like, maybe that's what I needed. Like, that's what I needed to, start working on moving forward and healing and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of talked about that yesterday. I don't know what the conversation was, but I had mentioned that sometimes people need to hear that it's over for them to, move along. Sometimes they need to hear those negative things or the things they don't want to hear, because once they hear it, they get on I bet I'm good. I don't need you, right? You're gonna be wanting me in a minute, so yeah, child. But there is that. That's what's been going on there. No, she dumb as hell. And I wouldn't even want a relationship with him after jumping my brother. Right. And that song she about to drop is definitely about DaBaby. She said something about her dad didn't like him, her sister, her mom didn't like him, her brother wanted to fight him and stuff. So we know that it's about DaBaby. She's definitely going to use this moment, as I feel she should, because it's her story too, to try and capitalize. He wanted her to capitalize off of it, but guess what? She is. So it seems like she's still taking his advice. She just didn't capitalize off of it at that time. But now she is. So she's about to put out this song, and, hopefully the people that want to hear it, enjoy it, like it, and, it works for her or whatnot. So we'll just have to see. TBD. TBD, okay? He's not going to give her time to heal and move forward. He will keep her on quicksand. I see that too. I can see that too. But we shall see. I think she still care about him wholeheartedly, but I don't know if they're seeing each other in the capacity, but they probably, in the same capacity. But I was saying earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if they link up to bang, 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 and then go about their business. But I don't know, child. That's just what I think. That ain't what it is.